Hey beautiful ones, welcome to Sayuna with Pleiadian Soul Messages. My voice is not the best, but my energy is very happy, so never mind my voice at the moment. I had a teeth pulled yesterday and I think it has something to do with it. So yeah, today I have a beautiful message for you, and it is all about supporting and loving. And at the moment, our cat is giving me beautiful loving frequencies. Yeah, she wants love. And I have love to give. And she has love to give. And we give to each other. And that is how it is. Because we are moving out of the fear-based timelines into the loving grid. Into the love timelines. Into the loving frequencies. Which is literally another plane. Even when it feels like you're still at the same environment. But you move and step onto another plane, another field, another vibration, which is the frequency of love and no more fear. So this will feel completely and entirely different. And at the end, it is more... You will remember it better than the fear even. And the fear will very quickly dissipate and dissolve. So you recognize this field. Surely you do. But the only thing is that with the physical body, you have not really walked into it so much. So you're not very used to be with your physical body in such a high frequency or in the timelines of love. Because your incarnations on earth were always based on the lower frequencies or a mixture. Oh, she's giving me kisses. Oh. Yeah, so that's with the energy. Now, what has been brought into my attention yesterday was so beautiful. Look at these pictures. Look at this. Do you recognize it? Do you know what this is? This is Monument Valley. Some say it's Death Valley, but I think Death Valley is something else. I'm not sure. But I think Death Valley would be more better name for it. Well, look, what do you see? You see? Now, I have these is parts of a cards that I received. I must have it for at least 20 years now. And so, the strangest thing is, yesterday, my higher guides brought me to a person that brought to my attention these things, which I've never realized what it exactly is. If you look closely, and you can look them up on the internet, or maybe in your area, because they're everywhere in the world. I know they're also in the Canarian Islands, but look closely how it looks on the bottom. You see? I'm sorry if my phone is moving a lot, but the cat is quite pushy at the moment. You see how it looks, and then you see the circles. Do you see the circles in the rock? This one is such a great example. And they're all quite the same and similar. So, what is this? This could be very well the same as a tree. These could be tree trunks. Isn't that incredible? Look, how small is the human being comparing to this? You see? What if we had giant trees? And what if those trees were connected to the web with a higher consciousness and frequencies, connected to the nervous system, with the nerve pathways, with our helixes? And when all these trees were caught on our planet, but they were authentically here, and everything in our history is of course changed and manipulated. And well, the most beautiful thing to understand is they were here, and they have found the diamond crystalline structure in these trunks as well. In here. And if you see a picture, you can find it search it on internet. If you see the picture from a top, you see that there are kind of beehive cells or cones inside this trunk. They all look like similar. In America, maybe in California also, they have one that is called the Devil's Rock. And this is called the Death Valley or the Monument Valley. So they're everywhere and some of them are covered. But we have been lied to, everyone, and this is more like the Avatar movie. What if these trees were connected with the collective consciousness, with all of us, with the libraries, the Akash libraries, the higher knowledge and consciousness? And I must go inside. Wait a second. Yes, so here we are, because they have been throwing so many, not only mosquitoes, but also ticks and every sorts of little annoying weapons out of their planes. They were here like in the springtime, every evening, every day they came over, throwing stuff out. And then there came rain, which is very unusual. And then again throwing stuff, and then the rains. They're just kind of breeding those, and they bring diseases. So suddenly we have all kinds of diseases, you know, they're falling from the sky, but not in a natural way. So just so you know, we've been fooled in so many ways. We were talking about the network, the natural, beautiful structure of love. And these trees, these champions, these amazing, huge trees, are also showing us that we as human beings have been so much larger and taller. So it could very well be that, for example, in the Lemurian timelines, we were about 4, 5, 6 meters tall. And even my guides are telling me that our eyes, they're laughing about my eyes, don't see so much, because the synapses, the information that come through about the things we see is so limited and so fooling us in so many ways that we just don't see it anymore. And a lot is on automatic pilot. As I said before, it's guessing. You see? So we cannot trust our physical eyes at all. What we can trust is the feelings within our heart. We can trust the beautiful frequencies of loving harmony and loving support to one another. And this is what is needed, because humanity has been walking on the fear-based timeline, even when nature itself, the harmonic, divine, original nature, was always vibrating on these high frequencies of love. Now, when those trees are cut, and you see only the trunk is left, then those information did not get lost. Instead, the information was transferred to the trees around, especially to all sorts of pine trees, which are sacred and very important for the planet. And cedar, all these needle trees. But they are transformed or transferred to all of the other plants around, to all of the nature and the trees around. Now, I know, because when I was doing nature walks many years ago, I had large groups of people, and I was doing the walks to show them the edible and healing plants, and a lot of more information came always through. Was such a joy. And then I also used to say, but don't worry, when we were in a very high vibrational place, but they built roads and the nature all around where used to be all wild orchids and specific birds, and everything was destroyed and there was a smaller place left. But I told them, but there is still so much energy here, because everything that they cut and took away, the energy has gone to the other trees here. So it is a more concentrated but yet powerful place. And from all the plants and trees here, you can still absorb the loving energy and connect. because they received all the information and they held the information within them as well. So much more I said at that moment to the people, and I did not study or learn about this in any way. It just came through. I just knew, no doubt. I just knew. And then when yesterday this was brought to my attention, I was like flabbergasted. I know it's a strange word, but that's come up because I was like, how could I never see this? Why did I not know? Why is this so strange? Because this card is with me for more than 20 years. For some reason, I always kept it with me, and I felt it is very, very important. Then, when I was in California studying plant spirit medicine with a shaman, then I told him, I showed him this card. I even brought it with me all the way to California. So for some reason it was very important for me. But I never understood exactly why. And then I told him I just had a dream, a vision about this rock, that a white rabbit, I was taking the form of a white rabbit to go into the rock. And in the rock was pure crystal. The entire rock inside was from pure crystal. Look how, this is insane. Why did we never see this? Does this look any way like a natural shaped rock? It doesn't. It doesn't. And then when I told this to the shaman, he was laughing because, and he was like, with his wise face, like, yeah, he knows. And he was like saying he has a place nearby, so if I'm coming to visit, I'm welcome to stay there. So that was crazy. And I was so excited because I told him I feel it's very important, I have to go there. So now I'm even more excited, and now I realize what is going on. And there's so much more things going on, and life is always so miraculous, so full of wonders, and if we open up for it, it is true and it is so. And that is why I also will give you more examples from my own life now, without feeling so awkward about it, because the Pleiadians are right. It can empower a lot of people, and I think it's time, because I've lived through so many miracles and beautiful moments. Through all of the lower frequencies, this was always present. And so I want to show you more and more of these. And now it is time that we reconnect with this grid of love, which is still present on the planet, which has been held by the specific guardians, sacred and divine, which has always been kept in place, especially by the Pleiadians, but also by perfect human beings, which are also present, but who do have an extra element within their body, and who are not vibrating on the fear timeline and did not take part within our societies at all. Many are seen as native peoples, but many are living within the earth as well. So they're everywhere, and also etherically. And more will come to surface, but this is enough for this moment, because more important than about these miraculous trees, which now will touch the place in your helixes, in your DNA, to remember and recall and activate more that is needed. But more important is for everyone to understand that everyone, again, every human needs to relearn to give, to support, and to not take and not hold, because this is not natural. I grew up with the nature since I was 2 years old, when my own mother died. For me, the earth was always my mother, and I learned from Mother Earth to give, to give, to give. It is quite hard to keep balance, because it's hard for me to ask money, as it's not so natural at all to work with. It is something, even when I was in the enlightened state, everything would give to me from the nature. But of course the money is a third party situation, and it has nothing to do with it. So if you have to support other people like me, then you need to still have these coins But we are going to move away from it right now. We're going to create our entire new support systems where we don't need any unnatural or artificial fuel or tools at all, because everything is being given to us from our divine birthright. And one of the other things that's important to tell you is that no contract, no vow that you've ever given or that is ever done to you, including your so-called birth certificate or passport, your number, you've got a number, like you're being owned by the state. Well, nothing that is being done, no contract, no vow, that is being done on earth in the vibration of the third and fourth dimension, or unconscious, or in the lower frequencies, is valuable or valid. Valid, that's the word. Only the contracts being done in the highest realms of heavenly loving celestial frequencies is valid. Only the contracts being made by divine love source creator are valid. No other contracts and vows are valid. And it doesn't matter how much you want to keep holding on to all of these things, but at the same time, this is your strength. So connect again with the grid of love. Keep and supporting each other. Support myself as well, because I'm giving a lot to you. And please be in the love frequency now and let go of the fear-based timelines. I speak to you soon. Bye-bye.